Hi, my name is April K. H. Lumboy from BPED 2D. This video contains my activity in MPE 7 that I going to answer the questions that given to us. What are the major components of open loop system? The major components are input, executive, effector, and output. The executive makes the decisions about the desired state or corrective action needed, while the effector carries out the direction given by the executive. How this type of control system differ from the closed loop system? Because they both components, the executive and the effector, but they have also difference. Open loop control has no comparator and feedback. The comparator to detect the error mechanism that compares desired state with actual state of the system, and the feedback that provide information, while closed loop control has feedback and comparator. Then describe how each of the components of the open loop control system might function to a person who is tossing an empty soft drinks can into a recycle bin. I think it is component of open loop control or system, because if you tossing a can into a recycle bin, there are the possibility that the can can go with different direction, and that movement is a quick action. You didn't think a lot, so it will become in a open loop control system. The next question, number 2. How do we know that the motor program exists? A motor program exists when we perform the proper posture and do the proper movement and have a series of movement that we do every day. Discuss 2 to 3 types of evidence that suggest support for the motor program notion. How does each illustrate that individual plan their movement in advance? First, the result of early Lashley 1917 cited and more recent Taub and Berman 1968 cited that the afferentation research have shown that movement are possible without sensory feedback from the responding limb. Some movements, such as those involved in climbing, swinging, and grooming in monkeys, are controlled well without feedback, whereas others, such as fingers or fine finger movements, show serious disruptions. Then, next is the existence of motor program is further strengthened by the findings from research on the control of rapid limb movements by Magill, Kim and Shapiro and Yang 1987, Shapiro and Walter 1984, Wadman, Diner van de Gon, Guis, and Moll 1979. Next, how do humans produce novel movements? Humans produce novel movements that are slightly different from those we habitually use day by day. Often, when we experience pain with a specific movement, our brains create a lasting associations between the pain experience and movement of the limb or area of the body. By using novel movements, we can explore ways of moving that not painful, and regular repetition and exploration of those movements. It starts to decrease the pain associated with moving that area. So, the example of mine is in a wheelchair basketball player. They do a movement even they did not move their whole body, like they do technique to play basketball. The next question, number 4. What is generalized motor program? A generalized motor program is taught to develop over practice and provides the basics for generating movement sequence within a class of movements that share the same invariant features, such as sequence order, relative timing, and relative force. And then the next is indicate how this concept allows us to explain the way performer adjust their movement to meet different sets of environmental demands. Using example, you selected in the previous question, explain how the generalized motor program might function to produce the performer novel movement. Because a series subroutines organized into the correct sequence to perform a movement it is stored in a long-term memory, retrieved when we need to perform the skill. Kumbaga, na-stored na sa utak natin yung movement or yung ginagawa nating movement na yon. Kapag pinagawa sa atin ulit yon, yung skills na yon, meron na tayong alam dun sa skills na ginawa natin noon. Then, the example is a cricket shot. There are correct orders to perform that movement. That's all. Thank you.